good to me. All right, so about the Christmas card class, a couple of things that I wanted to tell you about it is that I am offering a free card class with a purchase. So all of the projects that we make in tonight's class, I am offering a free card class with a minimum $35 purchase in my online store. And then I will send you the card class in the mail for free. And if your order reaches $50 or more, I will also send you a pack of the embellishments that we're going to be using tonight, along with your card kit for absolutely free. So that is something to know. Let's see. You must use a host code. I will modify the description above with information at the end of the live. So if you do order, you must use the host code in order to redeem the free card class. So I wanted to let you know that as well. And then a couple of things that I just wanted to share with you for fun. All of the things that you see down here are pillow gifts that I included with a recent online retreat, and I thought they were really fun. I do virtual retreats, and it's a weekend-long event, and I like to spoil everyone with little gifts. So they got a little hand cream. That's what that little thing is. A personalized name tag. They got a door hanger tag with their initial on it. They got a little mini mason jar with a spoon, and it's filled with chocolate chips. And the reason it is because I gave them Starbucks hot chocolate also. And then they got this little tray that I made them as well. Isn't that the cutest? Thought that would be something fun to share because it's sitting in front of me on my desk since the retreat was this weekend. So I thought I'd share that with you. Fun. One thing that I do want to let you know about is that today is the final day for the seasonal sale at Stampin Up. It is a 4-day sale. It started on Monday, I believe. I think it started on Monday. But in the annual catalog, all of the punches are 10% off. All of the stamp sets that are not Hostess stamp sets. So all of the stamp sets are 15% off. Again, that excludes the Hostess stamp sets. Dies are 20% off. Embossing folders are 20% off. And then all non-specialty and non-assortment designer series paper is on sale as well in this annual catalog. And I wanted just to show you what the cover of it looks like. All right. How have you guys been? Hi, Amy. Amy says hello from snowy Grand Rapids. Actually, in the Midwest, if you live in Michigan anyways, I am in Michigan. It is a snowy day, and paired together with our Christmas card class and the snow, it is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So hello, Amy. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Let me tell you what we're going to be working with tonight. The stamp set that we're going to be using tonight is While Supplies Last Only. And it is called Framed and Festive. So this is what we're focusing on tonight, and I want to let you know a little bit about it. But the Framed and Festive stamp set has just fabulous sentiments here. There's a little Merry Christmas, fa la la, 'tis the season to be jolly, from our home to yours, from all of us, Noel. May the season be filled with peace and joy, and have yourself a merry little Christmas. two of my favorite holiday phrases. 'Tis the season to be jolly, and have yourself a merry little Christmas. Anything with joy too. So this is the stamp set that we're using. It is while supplies last. There is designer series paper that coordinates with or is being offered with the stamp set here. It's called Fitting Florets. And actually, before I show you the designer series paper so that this makes sense to you, the Fitting Florets, there is another stamp set that coordinates. It is called Framed Florets. This is an early release. It will actually be in the upcoming catalog. So it's called Framed Florets. And of course, there are dies that coordinate with it. They are called the Framed Florets dies as well. These dies are so cute. So I'm going to use them on two of the cards that we're creating tonight. I just kind of want to show you, but the dies are really pretty. So I wanted to show you what they look like. And you can see now why the other stamp set is called Frame Florets. But look at the large frames. They are magnificent. A couple of them, these two are coordinated to work together. So I will show you a card using this, and then I'll show you how they coordinate together. Thank you so much, you guys, for the hearts and the thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate it so, so much. You guys are amazing, and thank you for being here. I think I said that, but I'm always really, really grateful. Never want you guys to think that I take you for granted. I appreciate that you could be doing anything that you wanted to do and you chose to be here with me. So I'm thankful for that. You guys are amazing. So again, both stamp sets coordinate with the dies, so the sentiments and that fit in there. So we're going to be using the Framed and Festive, and then we're going to use the dies too to show you how those work. Now, that having been said, I'll share the designer series paper with you. Michelle says, love it. Michelle, it is so beautiful. I can't even. So remember last week I cut little swatches of the designer series paper that worked well, so I did it again. I'll show you each individual one. It doesn't capture all of the beauty, but look at that. It's super yummy. This is Balmy Blue and Evening Evergreen. Who'da thunk it? They look great together. This is the reverse side. Here's another. So this is Night of Navy. Beautiful. Let me see what the pink is on here so I can let you know. It says Blushing Bride Polished Pink. So that is polished pink that you're looking at there. Here's another. This is the Blushing Bride. There's the polished pink. Let's see if I can bring it a little closer. I don't want to make it blurry for you. And there's the reverse side. Here's another. And you know, the dies that are in the die set will cut some of the flowers from this sheet. This is magnificent, and imagine coloring the berries in. They're white, but you could do that too. There's the reverse side. Oh, here's the reverse side of the other two. I forgot to show you that. And then the final piece. And gingham. So there's the designer series paper. Let's go ahead and get started creating because we have the 3 cards to get through. So I think maybe the fanciest of the cards I'm going to show you first. We have an Evening Evergreen card base. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you, thank you. It is 8.5 by 5.5, scored here at 4 1/4. And we'll fold it right in half, and while we're here, we might as well go ahead and use our bone folder and crease it. And then I'll stack these in the way that we're going to assemble them so you can kind of see it. Michelle says, love it. It is great. This is Soft Succulent. It is 5 1/4 by 4. This is the designer series paper that is 3 3/4 by 5. So this is how we're going to layer the card, and then I'll show you how the dies work. And then we have a piece of real red that is 1 1/2 by 4. We're going to put it right across the middle here. And then I have 2 dies. I have the outline of one of the frames, and this is the centerpiece that from the same die, only in basic white. And this is Evening Evergreen. This can be a little tricky for me too. However, let's go ahead and grab some double-sided adhesive and let's get putting these layers on. Don't forget to, you'll need a piece of the basic white and 5 1/4 by 4. You'll need that for the inside of your card. I don't think I cut it, but I do have my white, basic white right next to me. So let's go ahead and put the designer series paper right on the soft succulent. This goes pretty quickly. And then we're going to put both layered pieces right in the center of our card front. So let's add a little adhesive there. How have you guys been? What are you up to? Is anybody up to anything crafty? I hope you're making Christmas cards, and I hope you've been inspired by all of the cards we've been making here. I certainly am. It's on my agenda to create more for this weekend. All right, so here is the base of our card. We're going to go ahead and add the real red matte to the center, because why not? That way we don't lose this little piece while we're creating. And it goes on next, so why not just layer it up? Okay. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and grab the frame. So here is the Evening Evergreen frame. Can you see the detail in it? Nice, huh? Michelle is crafting, or Julie's crafting for an upcoming craft show. Amazing. I am so jealous. I didn't have a chance this year to get into any craft shows. Michelle is finishing her Christmas cards this weekend. Michelle, good for you, because it's almost time to mail them out, right? And Beth still making scrubbies. 2 days of craft shows. Yes, Beth has been doing craft shows as well. So Julie and Beth, I am so envious of you. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and add our frame. I'm going to do it with liquid glue because, let's put it on my hand. You can see how thin the frame is, and somewhere nearby I have my silicone mat, but I won't reach for it because I think it's off camera. We'll go ahead and add some liquid glue to the frame, and we're going to place it right in the center of the card. So do you see how easy this card is to recreate? Super, super simple. And then next, we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment on the basic white. So let's decide on the sentiment that we're going to use. Let's see. Let's see what will fit there. Boy, these are pretty sticky. Also, you notice the stamps are cling, so they're red rubber. We'll go ahead, and I am going to stamp the sentiment using Evening Evergreen. I better cover the glue. We'll open the Evening Evergreen. If you haven't stamped before, when you're inking your stamp, you just kind of tap. So you don't want to rub or scrub, because that could damage your stamp pad, and it's an investment, frankly. You want to keep it as long as you can. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and stamp this right down in the center. Give it a little even pressure, but not too much because I don't want it to be smushy. That can happen, that's a thing. And I think for this card, this is all the stamping that we're going to be doing. So we're gonna need that liquid glue again. I'll give this just a quick little wave. I'm gonna make sure that it's dry before we rub on it. And I think, let's go ahead and give this some dimension. Grab some Stampin' Dimensionals because you guys know that I am all about dimension. Let's get these off. Oh gosh, maybe I better use my Stampin' Pierce. There we go. All right, and then we're gonna sit this right in the center of the frame. And you know, to be honest, this in and of itself, in my opinion, would be enough. Isn't that gorgeous? It's enough just the way it is, but we're gonna add a little bit of pizzazz. In that die set, there are a couple of leaves that are filigree. I'll bring them closer so you can see them. And then there's also this spray, a little sprig. So we're going to use both of them. And I'm going to just glue the stem right along the sentiment die. So again, this is just the center of that die. And let's add a little bit of liquid adhesive. Oh, Michelle says, love that paper. Michelle, the paper is gorgeous. It really is. It's very nice. All right, so let's let's see. Maybe we'll go, let's go here. Might be a little closer than I wanted it. There we go. Oh, and then we're going to add the leaves as well. I almost forgot about those, so let's give them a little bit of glue as well. It's a fine nozzle on the tip of the glue, so I'm just kind of rubbing it over the top of it, and I'm going to stack those leaves on top of each other. Little glue here, and then in terms of the card itself, we are done. We could add embellishments, or we can leave it like it is. What I do have is, oh gosh, let's see, it is the open weave ribbon. This is in soft succulent, and we're just going to put it here at the base of the card. Got a little bit of glue on my fingers, so they're a little sticky. Let's go ahead and grab a glue dot. And I might trim the ribbon down a little bit. No, I won't. I think it's good. We'll just put it over the base of our dies. And here we are, card number 1. Isn't that beautiful? Those dies are really, really nice. Okay, so let's go on to card number 2, which is super, super simple. And this one shows you that you don't actually have to use those dies. We're focusing on the Framed and Festive stamp set, which is While Supplies Last. So this is our focus for today. And oh, let's tell you what we have here before we start stamping. I am using the seasonal labels dies. So I have one in Evening Evergreen, one in Basic White. I have a piece of Designer Series paper that is 3.5 by 3 3/4. I have a piece of Poppy Parade. So this kind of looks like real red, but this is Poppy Parade. And then our card base is Evening Evergreen, and it's cut the long way. So it is a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 11, and it's cut at 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2, and we'll fold it. Let's go ahead and give it a nice crisp crease. The way it layers is we will add the Poppy Parade mat, and then we'll add the Designer Series paper mat, and then our die cuts and some ribbon. However, before we do that, we're going to, we might as well do our stamping. So I'm gonna do something that I like to do from time to time, and that is I am going to stamp right on the Designer Series paper. So the colors in the Designer Series paper are Balmy Blue, Evening Evergreen, and Night of Navy. You might have wondered why I had that Poppy Parade mat. I nabbed some little dots from a different stamp set. Let's see. You see the little dots? There are several stamp sets with the little dots there, and you could use just about anything, but oh, from the Lovely and Lasting, that's where these little dots came from. And then I am going to grab some Poppy Parade ink. Let me steal a little scrap paper here. And we're going to stamp right on the Designer Series paper with the Poppy Parade. We're going to put little dots on it. That kind of maybe looks like little holly berries, and we're just going to randomly stamp a few, and that's all we need. We don't need a whole bunch. So just around our little mat until it feels good to us. Once you feel like it looks good, then we're ready to move on. Let's put that aside. So now I've got little red berries or dashes in there. Let's go ahead and get rid of our Poppy Parade. And then we're going to use the fa la la phrase. So let's grab the fa la la and we'll mount this. And I think I'm going to do the fa la la. I could do it in Poppy Parade. I think I'm going to grab the Evening Evergreen. I think I like that better. So let's go ahead and ink up and stamp our sentiment, and then we will assemble. There we go. Let's cover our ink. All right, so let's assemble. We'll give this a little bit of dimension too. I'll go ahead and grab my double-sided adhesive, and we'll put the sentiment layer together first. It's gonna go flat. These dies layer so nicely. They are one of my favorites. I like label dies. It just gives a nice home to the sentiments and phrases that you use on stamp sets, so I like them because of that. All right, let's get rid of our scrap paper here as well. Make a little room, and we'll assemble. So we're going to take our 3.5 by 3 3/4 mat that we stamped on, and we'll add it to the bottom portion of the Poppy Parade. Let's give a little adhesive here. And there we go. And then next, I'm going to grab the Evening Evergreen open weave ribbon. We're going to tie it right over the seam. It doesn't really matter which side you place the bow, so whichever feels good to you. I'm right-handed, so I feel like a fair amount of my bows end up on the right. But what I also learned is that you can just slide them around in a circle. So no matter where you tie it, it can be for either side. So we'll just kind of, let's give the loop on this side. Kind of give it a quick little tie here. There we go. And I'm not sure, you guys, I'm not sure which side. Let's cut the tail off and then I'll decide which side it will go on. Here we go. Not thinking it matters too much. Let's go with the left. Since I always go right-sided, I'm gonna slide this right over to the left side. There. All right, and then let's add a little adhesive to the back of this layer. And right on to the front of the card. Oh, I forgot to share with you guys the adhesive. So I think I did tell you, if you like tonight's card class, the way that you earn the cards for free is by placing a minimum $35 order in my online store. When you get your class kit, there will actually be 6 cards there. You get to make 2 each of each design that we're doing tonight. And if your order is $50 or more, I will send you the embellishment that we're using tonight, and I'll show you that in just a minute. All right, so here we are. We're mostly done. I'm going to add a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals. Notice that I put them at the top and the bottom. That way I avoid the ribbon. So let's go ahead and do that. Thank you so much. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. And then finally, the embellishment that we're using tonight, and you can't see that they're iridescent, but they're the iridescent Pearls Basic Jewels. And we're going to sprinkle a few of them around if I can open them. Let's see if I can show you the iridescence. No, they don't show up very well, do they? Okay, they're iridescent. I can't show you very well, but oh, Michelle, thank you. Cute nails. I know it's about time for a fill, and I really like the subtle color there, and they're iridescent too. Thank you so much. Let's grab a few of the pearls, and we're just gonna sprinkle them around. Ooh, I like it. I wanted to put a couple on the top, but I don't. I think I'll leave them all here on the bottom. Okay, and there we have card number 2. Simple and basic and Christmas colors, right? Easy peasy. You could make a million of these. If you've never made cards before, this is an easy card. Okay, let's get started with card number 3, and then we are done. So card number 3 has a basic white card base. Again, it is half a sheet of cardstock. It is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 to create the card base. Let's go ahead and give it a quick burnish so that we lay flat. Next, I have a basic white mat that is 5 1/4 by 4. Let's go ahead and start building as we go, shall we? So we have another basic white mat that's 5 1/4 by 4, and we're going to put this right on the front of our card, sometimes referred to as the card front. Same thing, right? Front of the card, card front. There we go. And then next, I have used an embossing folder. So we have a basic white mat that is 5 by 3 3/4, and I've used the Merry Melody embossing folder. So can you see this? I'll show you the embossing folder, but there are music notes there. Isn't that fabulous? Super cute. Here's the embossing folder. So it's larger. Thank you. Larger, I think it's 6 by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's a 6 by 6 embossing folder. So we have this embossed layer, and we'll go ahead and add it to the front of our card. Sometimes if you are using embossed mats, you might want to use a stickier adhesive to make sure that your card doesn't fall apart. It's nice and adhered. Sometimes liquid adhesive works really good, or you could use tear and tape or Stampin' Seal Plus. They're all good choices for this layer. All right, so next I have a 1 1/4 by, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 1 1/4 by 5 designer series paper mat. And let me show you the other side, because it is in the Fitting Florets 12 by 12 designer series paper. Here is what the pattern looks like on one side. And remember, I squealed about the gingham. If the color doesn't show up well for you, it's Evening Evergreen. So Evening Evergreen is exactly what it implies. It's pine or a deep evergreen. And we're going to place this mat, maybe about a 1/2 inch or so, 1/3 of an inch from the left side of that embossed mat. And it's an approximate. It can be wherever you would like it to be, but I'll bring it a little closer so you can kind of see where it's at. All right, so remember, I have some more dies from the die set, and I have basic white, I have gold foil, and I have soft succulent and Evening Evergreen. Not quite sure how I want to label them, but I did want to show you the other decorative die there. It looks like I didn't get all of the little pieces out, so I'll kind of push them out a little here so you can see what the die actually looks like when you cut it. It is very stately and elegant. I like it a lot. And the other thing I like about it is that it makes a large oval for you. So if you're not using that oval, you can use it on a different project. So super excited about that. And if you're in a hurry to make die cuts, then sometimes you don't get all of the little pieces out of the middle. You see that? It doubles as confetti. I'm just joking. Let's go ahead and move that to the side. Let's see, I have a little trash here. All right. So I have the die, the decorative lace die that we made here. Let's get into focus here. And it will go in the center. Isn't that beautiful? So, so beautiful. And then I have the center. So we're going to use that as well. We'll use all of the pieces. So this just gives you an idea of how this goes together. And then the other oval die, we're going to adhere it right to this oval, the solid oval. But before we do that, we need to stamp our sentiment onto this layer, right? And then we'll decorate the card. So really easy. Let's decide, maybe we can say 'tis the season to be jolly. Can we say that? I think we can. Let's go ahead and use 'tis the season to be jolly. And we're going to put that right on with Evening Evergreen. So let's bring that stamp pad back in. And ink it up some. We'll tap, tap, tap. And I'm going to put this just slightly towards the top. We'll see how that works out. Hopefully pretty good. Okay, that's the extent of our stamping, I believe. Don't hold me to it, but I believe. All right, so let's bring the liquid glue back in. I better get that scrap piece of paper. I don't trust myself not to make a mess. And I'm gonna put the adhesive here, and then we'll glue it down. So let's see how that works. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Hopefully it works pretty good. Hi, Anna. I see Anna is watching. Hello. Happy crafty Christmas card Thursday. How are you, Anna? Hopefully you're doing good and you're staying warm. And that you have plans to be crafty. All of those things would be wonderful. All right, we'll go ahead and adhere our frame to the oval die cut. Easy peasy. Let's go ahead and get, oh no, we better keep this. All right, I'll keep this close by. I might need it again. So I'm gonna go ahead and use liquid glue to adhere the decorative frame. And then maybe we'll add some dimension to our stamped layer. Let's see how that works. I didn't actually put any of these cards together off camera, so I had an idea of what I wanted to do and how I wanted to execute it, and I'm doing it live with you, so hopefully I'm doing well. Hopefully. All right. Good there. Let's go ahead and pop this right down. Right in the center. Just kind of eyeballing it where I feel the center is. You guys, this is such a lovely die. Thank you for the hearts. Isn't this lovely? This is such a lovely die. And the magic happens when you fill in the center. So I think we're going to go ahead and take our mat that we created. Thank you so much, you guys. And we're going to add some dimension. So I'm just going to sprinkle some Stampin' Dimensionals all over here. I think we'll use one on each side. And because of my nails, I think I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool. Been a little more successful with that than with nails. Pull the backing off. Fabulous. That was a lot less painful. All right, and then let's make sure we get this open the right way. Yep. Let's go ahead and plop this right down in the center. I'm going to be a little bit particular because I want to see the opening, the holes in the filigree. If I can, I want to see a little bit of it on all sides, so try to get it in the middle the best I can. There we go. And here's what we have so far. Thank you, Julie. Isn't this elegant? I don't know. That die is so beautiful. I love it. All right, so let's give it some final touches. I've gone ahead and cut a few leaves and another sprig. And let's see, we put the other one on the bottom. So let's maybe go on the top. Yeah, we put the other one on the bottom. Oh, we could go here and do like a side. Do we want to do that? Yeah, let's maybe, not quite sure. All right, let's go for the bottom again. We'll just go for the bottom. We have some room there, so let's bring in the liquid glue. Add a little bit to our die cut, And I'm not actually adding glue to the entirety of the die. I'm just kind of going for the bottom portion of the stem, and it's okay. It's okay if the top isn't adhered. In fact, I kind of prefer it that way. We'll glue that right down, and then we'll add a couple. I think that gold is going to add some pizzazz, so we're definitely going to use that. And we won't use the soft succulent because that doesn't play a part in the overall scheme, so we'll leave that out as well. Okay, we'll do the evening evergreen. We'll add a little bit of adhesive here to the stem and the bottom. Let's move that one right out of the way, and I'm going to layer it right on top of the sprig. And then the gold, because it's shiny, I want that right on top. Just a little bit of adhesive on the bottom of the leaf, and I'm going to kind of leave it where we can, oh gosh, I got a little glue on it. Kind of leave it where we can see a good amount of it. Okay, so off camera, once again, I've taken the evening evergreen open weave ribbon. I tied the bow off of camera so you guys didn't have to see the pain of me struggling. And I'm going to cut the ends down a little bit and maybe do a side bow. Oh, good. Julie said top and Michelle said bottom, and I'm just seeing it. Oh my gosh. Michelle wins, Julie. Michelle wins. But you know, instinctively I thought the top because we used the sprig on the bottom of the other card. And I'll tell you the reason that I ultimately decided on the bottom with this one, which I really wanted it at the top. But remember when we did our stamping, I elected to put the sentiment slightly towards the top because at that time I wasn't sure what I was going to do at the bottom. And then, you know, in hindsight, I wanted the sprig to the top. So you both win. You both win. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and grab a mini glue dot. And we'll add our bow, and I'm going to put it kind of to the side a little bit. And again, I'm covering the bottom of the sprigs. And let's see, I'll wait for you guys on this one. Embellishment or no? Do we need pearls? Let's go ahead and look at our final. Isn't this so beautiful? And something about, so this is crumb cake. The gingham plaid and the evening evergreen and the crumb cake really grabs me. Beth says yes. Michelle says yes to the embellishments. You guys, after my own heart, because you know we like embellishments. So let's see. And the embellishments are really beautiful. They are iridescent pearl. And so they, it doesn't look like it on the camera, but they are really subtly sparkly, which is amazing. Anna said no. Oh no, Anna, we did it. Can you see where we put them? You can hardly see them, except I can see them because they're sparkly and iridescent. Amy says, duh, LOL, yes. Yes. So here is our third and final card. Isn't this so pretty, you guys? Also, thank you so much. Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michelle. It's really pretty. Let's take a look at the other two cards as well. Remember that if you want a class kit, you'll get to make 2 of these cards and 2 each of the other cards that we created. And let's go ahead and bring them back in. So this is card number 3. This is card number 2. And this is card number 1. Let's do a little comparison to card number 1 and number 3. To get the free class kit in the mail, All you need to do is place an order of $35 or more in my online store, and I'll send this to you in the mail for free. And if your order is $50, remember that I will also send you a pack of those iridescent pearl jewels as well for free as a way of saying thank you, thank you. So you'll get enough materials to make to each of these cards and their insides and envelopes. And I do all of the cutting and prep work for you, so you just need to do assembly. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you guys so much. I think these are really nice cards. Remember that two things, that the Framed and Festive stamp set is while supplies last, so it will not be moving forward in one of the catalogs. It is while supplies last. And the other thing is the seasonal sale, which ends tonight. So that is the sale that I told you about in the annual catalog. So this catalog, where all of the punches, all of the stamp sets, all of the dies, the embossing folders, and the non-specialty and non-assortment designer series papers are on sale as well. Also, next Thursday is Thanksgiving, so there will be no Facebook Live next week. But I will be back here with you on December 1st to create with you. And I will be back with some fun classes and events for December as well. So I wanted to share that with you. All right, you guys, here is one last look at the cards that we created tonight. I hope you like them. Again, I'll send them to you for free if you would like, along with the envelopes and all of the parts pre-prepared for you. Thank you so much for the hearts and the hearts. Thank you so much, you guys. So that's it. Let's go ahead and turn up. I never realized that it was a creaky up and down trip, but it is. All right, you guys, thanks a million for being here with me tonight. Thanks for showing up for the last 4 weeks. It was super, super fun to create and have a focus and to make Christmas cards. I've enjoyed the ride. I've really enjoyed that you guys have been here with me. You are amazing. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your orders. I hope you are able to get crafty this weekend and over the Thanksgiving holiday. I hope you have plans for it and just plans to enjoy your Thanksgiving day. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Julie. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Have a fantastic weekend. I will see you on December 1st, but if you would like to pop in, I have a couple of things planned for you, just posts to share with you as well, to give you a little bit of crafty inspiration. So thanks so much, you guys. Have a great weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. See you soon.